Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to create a video from bunch of images and also add audio to that particular video in Expo React Native for Android using Media 3 Transformer library. So let's get started. So here first thing which we have to do is we'll have to create a project. So for that you can just visit this particular URL. I will be using this blank TypeScript template, but you are feel free to use whatever template you want. The reason I'm using this blank TypeScript template is because it is easy to get started and it has very less boilerplate code. So I'll just to create that project, we just have to copy this command, go to your workspace directory and just paste this command. Now you will have to give your project some name. So let's just wait for that command. So here I will just give it as my app. I'll click enter. Now it will create the project for me. I'll just open that project inside VS Code. So this is my project. Now if you see over here, we don't have the Android folder. We require the Android folder because we need to write some native code to do the transformation for us. Now to create the Android folder, we can just go to this particular URL. I will open it inside a new tab, and here you will have to select Android device. Then here you will have to select development build. Here you will have to disable EAS because we will be building it locally. I am on macOS, so select your own operating system. I have already installed Watchman. I have already installed Cas Zulu as well. I have set the Java home as well. I have already installed Android Studio as well. Then I have already done all the settings. Then we just have to scroll down. I have already ran this command as well. I have already done this as well. Then we'll just have to copy this command. So once our project is created, we can just cd to our project. So cd my app, and I'll just paste this particular command over here. Once this command is run, we'll have to, that will not create our Android folder. To create the Android folder, we have to run this particular command. So let's just wait for this to finish. Once this is finished, I'll just run this particular command. Now this will create the Android folder for us. So if I go to VS Code, here you can see that it has created the Android folder for us. Now at the very end it will fail for me, like it will give me an error. So now this error is because I don't have an Android emulator installed. I will be testing the output on a real device, but in your case it will might be showing an emulator or a real device to run the application. We don't want to run it now, so you can just press Ctrl C if it is showing you to select an emulator. So the setup is done. Now the next thing which we have to do, we have to also add a module. So for that you can just go to this particular URL. If you want, you can read about this documentation, but the important thing for us, we just have to copy this particular command and paste it over here. Now what this will do, it will create a module folder for us. Now before that it will ask us few questions. I'll keep everything as default. I'll just press enter, and here you can see it has created the module folder for us. Now inside this particular module, we will have to write the native code. So what I'll do is I will write all the code which is necessary for our project. Once we also need to install few dependencies which I will tell you. I will write all the code and then I'll come back and explain it to you. Okay guys, so I have written down all the code. So firstly what you will have to do is you will have to go to your package.json, and here you will have to add two dependencies. First one is this Expo document picker, next one is Expo image picker, and three dependencies. You also need to add this React Native video. So make sure you just do npm install Expo document picker, npm install Expo image picker, and npm install React Native video. Once you do this, you will have to go to app.json, and here you will have to add this plugins array. So again, this is specified in the Expo image picker documentation. For Expo image picker you will have to write this, and this particular thing has been specified in the React Native video documentation. So I have just copy pasted this from the documentation, nothing else. So yeah, rest everything remains the same. You just have to add this plugins array after this particular web thing. Okay, so once that is done, you will have to go to your modules, my modules. You will have to go to src my module.ts, and here we are writing a method called transform video, which takes an array of URLs. So this will be array of string image URLs, and it also takes an audio URL. So if you want, you can pass an string array of audio URLs as well, but just for simplicity I'm taking only one audio URL. And here we are just returning a promise. But if you see, with the help of this on change event payload, we will be sending back the generated video from native side to React Native side with the help of this value variable. Now I have also added one more thing called progress, because if you are adding multiple images, like hundreds of images, that will take a little bit of time, so we will need to display the actual progress back to the user. That's why I've added this progress variable as well. But this value thing and this particular thing is present by default when we create a module, so I don't need to do anything special. Once this particular method is done and this particular thing is added, then we go to app.tsx, and here I have just added all the imports. So we require all these imports. We are also importing Expo image picker. We require the use state and use effect. We use the React Native video as well. We import our module as well, and we also import this document picker. And now first ignore this state, first state. I'll come back to this later on. This particular state is for storing all the images which the user will pick, and this particular variable is for storing the audio which the user will pick. Ignore this use effect, we'll come back to this later on. So I have one button, first button called pick image, and on click of it we just pick images and allow multiple selection is true. And here if result dot cancelled, if it is not cancelled, then we get URIs of all the selected images and set it to our set image URI state. Similarly for document picker as well, audio picker as well. So here we are picking audio on the second button click, and we are using document picker dot get document async type audio /star, and if we have the proper audio, then we just assign it to our set picked audio state. Okay, next I have one button called convert. So once these two things are done, we'll click on this button, and it will automatically call this transform video method, where we will pass the image URI as well as the picked audio. Now once this is complete, you will come to use effect. So it will be automatically listening for progress during the transform video method, but once it is complete, we'll get this data dot value, and if it is not equal to null, undefined or empty, then we just update this set video URI state which we have defined over here. Now once this is not equal to empty, here you can see I'm just displaying this video component. So I'm passing the video URI and assigning some styles as well, and this is our control. So yeah, pretty simple. Then the actual code comes inside the Android folder. Here you will have to go to build.gradle, and here you will first add these dependencies, and make sure you are at least using this media 3 common 1.5.0 as well as media 3 transformer 1.5.0. Then make sure once you add this dependency inside your build.gradle, you will have to go to mymodule.kt. Now firstly I have added few imports. So I think these 3 imports are present by default. The rest of the imports, which are all this, I have added by myself. So yeah, you can just copy paste the imports, pause the video wherever you feel like, and just copy paste the code. Once this is done, I have marked this class module as unstable, because at the time of me writing this code and recording this video, this transformer thing which we are using is still bit unstable, even though inside build.gradle it is saying that it is stable. That's why I have to annotate this with unstable. And we are also extending transformer.listener. Then we get hold of our context as well as our activity. Then here is our file name as well as file path. Then here is our handler as well as progress holder. Then here we create an mutable list of edited media item, and here is mutable list of so this mutable edited media item is for video, this mutable list of edited media item is for audio. So I have created 2 variables for this. Then this is present by default, so I have not written any of this code. So I'll just scroll down. After this particular view ends, I have defined our method called transform video. It takes the URL array of URLs of our images as well as the audio URL. Then here we just clear out if there is anything present, if the user has already done the transform method, so this will contain some data, right? That's why I'm clearing this both variables out. Then here we initialize our transformer. Then we just loop over all the image URLs which we have, and we just do edited media item list dot add, convert it to a media item. Now I'm setting the duration of each picked image to be 3 seconds. So if you have picked 3 images, total video length will be 9 seconds. And frame rate is 60, and just I call build. Now suppose here you are sending array of audio URL as well, you will have to do the same thing, loop over it, and instead of edited media item, here you can see I'm just using audio edited media item list, and rest everything remains the same. You don't require the duration and frame second. Okay, so you can use something like this, just loop over it. Then here we just do edited media item sequence dot builder, create our media item sequence for our video, and here we create our audio sequence as well. But here you can see I'm setting the looping as true. So suppose if your audio is only 5 seconds long, video is 10 seconds long, then the audio will start looping once our video starts at 6th second. That is, after 5 seconds audio will stop and it will again restart for our video. If our audio file is large, then it will get cut off depending on the video size or the video length. Then here is our composition dot builder. Here I create our external file. Here I start the transformation. This particular thing is for tracking the progress state. Now some of you might be wondering, in my module.type.ts, why I made this a string? Because in my module.kt, here we are sending the progress state as well as the actual progress. What are these? I will explain it to you later on once I show you guys the output. But here you can see this is how I'm sending the data back to React Native side. So this is entire thing for tracking progress state. Here also I have added 500 milliseconds delay. If you want, you can change this particular value. Next, here this is the code for creating external file. Now I am not really good at this. I have just copy pasted this create external file code from document from Stack Overflow. So yeah, maybe you can do the same thing. And this is the code for saving the video to external storage. So once our transformation is done, I also want to save the video to external storage. That's the reason once the file is saved to external storage, then the user can access it even without our app. So that's the advantage of it. Again, this code of saving file to external storage, again I have just copy pasted it from docs. Maybe you can pause the video and do the same thing. I won't go into it much detail, but yeah, this is all the code for it. Then here we are overriding on completed. So inside on completed, basically the file has done finishing processing, and here we just save the file to external storage. And once we have the URI, we send it back to React Native side with the help of this value variable. And in case of error, we just print it, we just display a toast message. But yeah, if you want, you can send that callback as well to React Native side. So yeah, that's it from the code side. I'll simply scroll through this file. Feel free to pause the video wherever you feel like and just copy the code. So yeah, that's it. Now I'll show you guys the output. Like, even I have not tested this. Before I show you guys the output, if you see my file explorer, here you can see I have 3 videos. Now I'm mirroring my device, so the output is little laggy. Just bear with me over here. Let's just wait for this. Okay, so here you can see I have only 3 videos. Again, I'll just go back to our Expo application. I'll click on pick image. I'll just select all 3 images which I have. I'll click on add 3. Then I'll click on pick audio. I'll select one audio file. Not call. I think it is in recordings. I have few. So I'll just select this first audio file and let it, yeah, okay. I'll click on convert. Now once I click on convert, if you see the Metro bundler, here you can see it is displaying the progress state. I'll come back to this in a bit, but here you can see it has converted to a video file. So it is playing the audio as well. So I'll just lower down the audio because it is a little bit annoying, but here you can see it is 9-second long video. The audio was playing. There is no easy way for me to show it to you, but if you also go to your file explorer, here you can see the new video is also saved. So yeah, that's it. Now coming back to this progress state, let me explain it to you. The one which you see is the progress state 1 2 2 2 2, and then at very end it goes to 0, and the second value which you see is the actual progress which goes from 0 to 100. Now if you see, it doesn't reach till 100. Sometimes it does reach 100, sometimes it doesn't, but with the help of progress state you can understand whether the conversion has finished or not. So in case if you are displaying a linear progress bar with the actual progress, this 0 will be useful, otherwise your progress bar might be stuck at 99. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.